SRM Termite and Pest Control Weekly Podcast. Your pest problem is our business.
Our minds, much like the agile monkeys, are constantly jumping from one thought to another in today's fast-paced world. The chaos of our monkey minds can be overwhelming. But with the right approach, training, and mindfulness, we can find focus and calm. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to overlook things that need our attention, like the creeping threat of pests. They are easy to ignore until they're not. Pests can multiply quickly, turning a small issue into a significant problem. And here's what's fascinating. Just like how untreated anxiety can compound over time, pest problems follow a similar exponential pattern. I was looking at some data that showed a single pair of mice can produce up to 15,000 offspring in 1 year if left unchecked.
Those numbers are absolutely staggering. Speaking of shocking statistics, what about the health implications?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. Studies show that rodents alone can transmit over 35 different diseases to humans. We're talking about serious conditions like hantavirus, salmonella, and even lymphocytic choriomeningitis. But here's what really caught my attention. Mosquitoes, which many people just consider a nuisance, actually cause more human deaths annually than any other animal on Earth.
You know, that reminds me of a situation at this high-end restaurant downtown. The owner was so focused on the visible aspects of running the business, the menu, the service, the ambiance.
Let me guess. They overlooked something crucial?
Exactly. One single cockroach sighting posted on social media led to a 60% drop in bookings over the next quarter. It took them nearly a year to rebuild their reputation.
That's a perfect example of how these issues compound. And speaking of financial impact, I came across some fascinating real estate data. Properties with documented pest problems typically see a 3 to 7% decrease in market value. In severe cases, particularly with termite damage, the impact can be even more devastating.
That makes me think about the psychological toll as well. How does living with pest issues affect mental health?
Well, research shows a direct correlation between pest infestations and increased anxiety and depression levels. It's not just about the physical presence of pests. It's about the constant state of vigilance they create. Think about trying to sleep when you hear mysterious scratching in your walls, or trying to focus at work when you keep glimpsing movement in your peripheral vision.
That's really interesting how it connects back to our opening point about monkey mind and mental chaos.
Exactly. And here's something that might surprise you. Professionals are increasingly using sophisticated technologies like thermal imaging to detect termite activity and environmentally conscious approaches that work with natural predator behaviors. It's not just about spraying chemicals anymore.
So what's the most effective approach to handling these issues?
Well, prevention is absolutely key. Just like with mental health, it's about creating systems and regular check-ins. Why wait for a problem to escalate? Just like you might plan your meals for the week or schedule regular workouts, you can manage pests with systematic regular treatments. Set up a plan and then forget about it. Like automate the services. You manage your busy life and let professionals manage the pests.
That's such a powerful reminder about the importance of professional expertise. You know what strikes me about all this? Whether we're talking about managing our mental state or protecting our physical spaces, it really comes down to being proactive rather than reactive.
That's exactly right. And just like how we wouldn't hesitate to see a doctor for a health issue or a mechanic for car troubles, getting professional help for taking care of our home and our loved ones is really just another form of self-care. It's about maintaining the systems that keep our lives running smoothly and protecting our overall well-being.
And I suppose that's really the key takeaway here. Taking care of our spaces is fundamentally taking care of ourselves.
Couldn't agree more. When we create these systems of support, whether for our mental health, physical health, or living spaces, we're really investing in our quality of life. And that's something worth protecting.
That's such an interesting parallel you're drawing there between mental chaos and actual chaos in our homes. Most people don't realize how quickly either situation can spiral out of control. So, with a solid strategy and a bit of expert help, controlling these unwelcome guests is simpler than you might think.
Thank you for listening and/or watching. Live pest free. Please like and subscribe. We need you to help you stay informed.